Hey everyone, Desiree here. So in this video, I'm going to show you my process for mind mapping in a traveler's notebook. I have one of my inserts here that I shared in my recent traveler's notebook refresh video. I think that was a couple videos back, but I did have someone message me about how I do mind mapping. So I thought I would demonstrate that in this insert with the topic of mind mapping. So we're gonna mind map mind mapping, and as you can see, I am gonna use 2 pages in my insert here. You know, depending on how you do mind mapping and you know how deep or how far you want to go with the particular topic or how you want it organized, that will determine how much space you need. I've done mind mapping on, you know, a single side of this size insert, but today I think we can go a lot of directions with this, so I'm going to use 2 pages. So what you're going to do first is you're going to put the topic of whatever it is in the center. And this is a very simple process. Now I know there's different styles of mind mapping that you can do, but this is how I learned it, and then, you know, I've kind of tweaked it over the years. But I'm going to show you, like I said, how I do it. So what you do is you put your topic in the middle. And then what you're going to do after that is you're going to write anything that kind of comes to mind related to mind mapping. So we're going to have how, where, maybe tools, who, maybe even when. Usually the how, where, when, why will always come in. And mind mapping, oh, and what. Okay, so we have some things related to mind mapping here. Now we're going to go and we're going to take it one step further, and when we have the who, we're going to talk about who would use mind mapping. So that could be students, professionals, and the way I learned it is that you use words. You don't want to use phrases. You want to just use single words as you organize everything. The tools, you're going to need probably a board of some sort, or paper, a pen or pens. Where you could do this, you could do this in a meeting. You could mind map at home, on your desk. So I think you get the idea. So basically what you're doing is you're breaking down one topic, and you are kind of seeing, it's almost like brainstorming in a way, and you're trying to figure out everything and anything related to this one topic. How? There's different styles. There could be a mind mapping routine. What mind mapping is, and we just said brainstorming. Ideas. And then why would we want to mind map? Organize. Maybe we want to write for projects. When do you mind map? We could do in the morning. We can do at the start of something. It could be in the evening. Okay, so you get the idea. Then you're actually going to go even further. Now, since these are these are each what would it be, topics or subtopics, and then you kind of circle each one. Now you can also use, oops, you could also use different color pens or pencils. And the reason why you want to circle these is because now we're going to do offshoots of this. Like for professionals, you know, this could be anything. It could be anything that comes to mind. PM, it could also be part of a routine or a ritual. We also have routine here, so you know, you probably will see some overlap. Brainstorming ideas, so you would break this down even further, and we would talk about, you know, brainstorming for what, or how would we want to brainstorm, or who would we want to brainstorm. So I think you kind of get the gist of this, but you can really go on, and you can really, you know, have so many layers to this, and it will really help you to structure any type of project that you're trying to do. Now, mind mapping is especially helpful for goal setting, because a lot of times we have these huge goals and we don't know where to start, or we don't know, you know, what should be our first step, or do we need to, you know, do something more before we actually take action, or what action should we take first? What should be the final, you know, the final steps? How will we know our goal has been achieved, and all those things. So now I learned this when I used to work in corporate, because we used to do this on a whiteboard with sticky notes, and everybody in the room had their own sticky notepad, and everybody would write down their ideas for whatever the project was, and then the manager would take everyone's sticky notes and would place them on this huge whiteboard we had on the wall, and then those sticky notes would kind of break down the ideas, the goals, any type of, you know, steps that we needed to do in order to complete a specific project for, you know, for whatever it was that we were working on. So I just wanted to show you my process. Now, like I said, I don't know if this is the official way of doing mind mapping. This is how I've done it. It can get very, very messy, but it can also it can also be something, you know, a work in progress. So let's say this is what we started with. Well, now you can create a new mind map specifically for this. Like, let's say we wanted to talk about professionals. Well, we would do another mini mind map on professionals, and then we can start here. You know, it could be corporate professionals, it could be sales professionals, it could be, you know, anything, you know, and you can just keep going and keep going. And then what happens is that you would actually, well, you're supposed to use different color pens, but what I do is I use a highlighter, and you can highlight this in different colors, and then you would know, like, okay, I'm gonna, you know, focus on the professional aspect of this project, or this, you know, whatever, and then you would highlight the different sections of the project. Let me grab my highlighter and show you what I mean. Okay, so I did kind of a very messy highlight, but you kind of get the idea. So you would have your first level or your major topic in one color, then you would have the next topic in the blue, and then you would have the other parts in, you know, pink or whatever color you decide. And this really helps too if you have to delegate tasks to certain people, like certain people would be in charge of the pink and certain people would be in charge of the blue. Obviously that may not apply to this particular topic, but you know, you understand how deep and how I guess spread out or or structured, you know, your project would be. But I just wanted to share this, like I said, because somebody had asked me about it, and she was curious, like, how I did mind mapping. And like I said, I think there is a official way to do it, but this is how I learned it, and I've used it throughout my life for so many things. And it really helps, especially if you're a writer too, because sometimes you need help, you know, structuring a book or writing a paper or something for school, and it will help you organize your ideas, and then you will get a big picture of, you know, what all you have and what you want to focus on, what you want to expand on, and also what you want to eliminate, because all of these things may not be applicable to the final result that you're trying to achieve. So I just wanted to share that. I hope it made sense. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I will do my best to answer you. Or if I need to do a part 2 to this video, I will do that as well. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.